Welcome back to Actual English, everyone. I am Jennifer Clyde. It's finally Christmas Eve, and today's topic is Christmas Season 3. It's Christmas time. So, are you excited? Are you feeling the Christmas spirit? Or do you not celebrate Christmas? I've seen some people that don't really think much about Christmas. They say, what's the big deal? You know, I'm not a Christian. I don't go to church, so why should I celebrate Christmas? That is true, but I think most people just enjoy the atmosphere, just the festivity, okay? And just celebrating a happy family holiday or a year-end holiday maybe. Just gift giving, gift exchanging. It's all fun. Well, whether you do celebrate Christmas or not, that is our topic for today. So let me begin by asking you a simple question. Have you decorated your home with Christmas decorations? What do you usually do on Christmas if you do celebrate it? What do you do if you don't celebrate Christmas? Let's talk about all of that today. If you're ready, let's begin with Actual Talk.
Gareth, how do you feel about the way Christmas has kind of evolved over the years?
Well, it's changed. It's become more commercial. I think in most countries, and people are thinking about toys and Santa and decorations. But then, in some ways, it's understandable. What do you think?
I think that yes, but I think that the West is especially guilty there. I've noticed a real maturity here towards honoring the original religious nature of Christmas.
Sure.
But if you ask a North or a Western kid what's on their mind with Christmas, it's going to be, was I naughty or nice?
Yeah, I think it's in some ways for kids, it's the same in Ireland. They think about Santa, but I've noticed a change. We had a recession and people lost stuff, and now there's more appreciation of giving and, you know, family time and food. And I just think of the Christmas tree, the smell of the tree, and sitting around together. And it's special.
I've noticed in Korea that there's no big Christmas tree tradition, and I miss that. That was a big thing for me, decorating the Christmas tree.
Absolutely. Do you remember the smell?
Yes.
Putting on Christmas music.
Cutting down your own Christmas tree. That was a holiday in and of itself.
Or when it goes dark and you put the lights on, you just look at the tree. That's magical.
Actually.
Special, spiritual.
I'm getting nostalgic now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it going to be an angel or a star on top of the tree?
Yeah, tinsel.
Exactly. I heard that. I don't know why. I guess it's environmentally not recommended, but I loved that.
Oh, same here.
Well, I guess there's things that we cherish and there's things that we move away from, right?
Okay, today we had a chance to listen to Gareth and Kelly talk about what their Christmas is usually like, or rather what it used to be like. They did mention something about how it's religious, how it's become much more commercial these days, how Christmas is celebrated a bit differently compared to the past, what people normally do, if spending quality time with family is important. They talked about gift exchanging and much more, so let's check out the conversation together. Here we go. Kelly says, Gareth, how do you feel about the way Christmas has evolved over the years? Okay, so how do you feel about the way Christmas has evolved over the years? Evolve means what? We've gone over this word several times. Evolve means to develop gradually, okay? Not instantly, not quickly, but just gradually, slowly. It also means to change, okay? So she's basically asking, how do you feel about the way Christmas has changed over the years, over several years? And Gareth says, well, it's changed. How has it changed? It has become more commercial. So he's talking about how Christmas has become much more commercial. Okay? We're not talking about TV commercials, as we call them CFs in Korea. Okay? TV commercials, of course, they are commercials that we see on television, advertisements, but if you say that something is commercial or that has become commercial, commercial itself means profit-making, money making. So you're saying that it has become much more materialistic. It's all about making money, selling products, and selling things to make money, earning money, okay? Money making. I think in most countries, people are thinking about toys, Santa, meaning Santa Claus, and decorations. So in most countries, people think about these things, toys, Santa, and decorations. In some ways, it's understandable. And then he asks, what do you think? So he asks Kelly what she thinks about the way Christmas has evolved, how it's become much more commercial. She says, I think that the West is especially guilty there. Okay, guilty? Why is she saying that the West is guilty? But first of all, let's take a look at that star. The West, what are we talking about? Of course, if you say the West, you could be referring to the western part of a country, western region, western, city. It can be any place or area that's on the west side, which is the West, right? Or the western side. But usually in general, when people say the West or the Western world, we are referring to places like the UK, France, Germany, for example, the US, Canada, okay? These places are all referred to the West in many cases, especially when there is a comparison being made to the East. Whereas if you call a certain country or an area the East, okay, or the Eastern world, we are referring to places that actually share, Chinese philosophies, for example. They say even Mongolian, but yes, more Chinese philosophies, okay? As far as Turkey, for example, although it's in the West, yeah? So we're talking about Asian countries, for example. Anyhow, she says, I think that the West, we're talking about US, Canada, for example, they're especially guilty, meaning those places, in those countries, Christmas has become very commercial. That's why she's saying yes. Those places are especially guilty. I've noticed a real maturity here towards honoring the original religious nature of Christmas. I've noticed a real maturity here. Perhaps she's talking about Korea, okay? How a lot of people try to honor or respect the original religious nature, the religious aspect of Christmas. But if you ask a Western kid, a Western child, what's on their mind with Christmas, they will most likely say, or it's going to be, was I naughty or nice? Most Western kids will think to themselves, was I naughty or nice? Okay. So she's saying, once again, there is a difference. Okay. Most kids will think, was I naughty or nice? Nice, we all know. Okay. What's naughty? N-A-U-G-H-T-Y. Naughty is another word for bad. Okay. Good or bad? Naughty. Bad. Okay. So if a boy or a girl, a little child, misbehaves, you can say, hey, don't be naughty, meaning don't be bad. Kids often say, don't be naughty. If I'm bad, I won't get a Christmas present. If I'm a good boy or a good girl, I'll get a Christmas present from Santa Claus. So that's a question they will ask themselves. Yeah, for kids, it's the same in Ireland. Okay, they think about Santa, of course. All children think about Santa at Christmas. But I've noticed a change, and he says, we had a recession. This is when the economy goes really, really bad, and there are many people that are jobless, that are looking for jobs, and the industry, not doing so well. Anyhow, we had a recession in Ireland, everyone, and people lost stuff, and now there's more an appreciation of giving, family time, and food. So he's saying that things have changed in Ireland, especially after the recession. Things have changed. People think differently now. But now in Ireland, what's considered most important? During Christmas, it's about giving, I guess sharing, family time, which means what? Valuable time, really precious time spent with family members, okay? And food. These are all considered to be very important. And he says, I just think of the Christmas tree. So this is what Gareth thinks about, the Christmas tree. The smell of the tree and sitting around together. So the smell of the tree and sitting around together. It's special, he says. Yeah, that is what Christmas is all about, right? Spending time together, valuable time. And then moving on, Kelly says, oh, trees. I've noticed in Korea that there's no big Christmas tree tradition, and I miss that. Well, we do see Christmas trees, but she's talking about a very big Christmas tree tradition. I think she's referring to how in certain cities or certain states, in America, for example, I know that there are certain areas where they will have this huge Christmas tree, very big, gigantic, and it's beautifully decorated. And people usually go to that area to celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve, for example. So she's talking about not being able to see this big Christmas tree in Korea. That was a big thing for me, decorating the Christmas tree, or perhaps a Christmas tree at home. Absolutely, Gareth says, do you remember the smell? The smell of pine trees, Christmas trees, putting on Christmas music, playing Christmas music? Put on means to play, okay? Play music, put on music. She says, cutting down your own Christmas tree. Oh, I miss this too. To cut down your own Christmas tree. That was a holiday in and of itself, meaning 100%. That was all about Christmas. Now, Gareth says, or when it goes dark and you put the lights on and you just look at the tree. That's magical, special, spiritual. He's talking about when things go dark. Go dark. To go dark can have many different meanings, and it can be used in different situations as well. But especially in this situation, he's talking about what? How they put the lights on and how you just look at the tree. Imagine if it goes dark. What do you think it means? It means to turn off all the lights, okay? To have no lights on, to be very dark, for instance, after sunset, in the evening. Okay? In the evening, it goes dark. When the sun sets, yeah, it gets dark. So that's when it goes dark. When it goes dark, they would put the lights on and just look at the tree. And he says that's magical. It's special and it's very spiritual. These words can be used to describe Christmas in all different situations. Now, here we go. Kelly says, actually, I'm getting nostalgic now. Okay? Listening to you talking about Christmas and Christmas trees and the smell of trees and how it's magical, she says, I'm getting nostalgic. We've gone over this word many times as well. Now, nostalgia, nostalgic. It means that you reminisce about the past. You remember those good old times. You really miss those times. She's saying, I miss Christmas. I miss all those things about Christmas. She's getting nostalgic. Is it going to be an angel or a star on top of the tree? This is what she would think when decorating the Christmas tree. And Gareth says, yeah, tinsel. Okay, this may be a new word. Tinsel. What is tinsel? Tinsel is usually used for Christmas decorations. They're usually metallic substances. Anything made of metal or any type of metal. It can be copper, it can be bronze, it can be anything. Strips of things that are very shiny and sparkly. Great for decorations. So he says, yeah, angel, star on top of the tree, tinsel, and then they go on. Kelly says, exactly, I heard that. I don't know why. And she says, I guess it's environmentally not recommended, but I loved that. Environmentally not recommended, perhaps because it's, well, metal substance. Anyhow, Kelly says, I guess there are things we cherish and there are things that we move away from. Move away from, refrain from, perhaps, okay? There are some things we keep, there are some things we throw away, get rid of, or move away from. Okay, here's the word cherish, our final vocab word for today. Cherish basically means to really care for, really love. Okay, love is a synonym, so cherish means to really care for something, to really treasure something, to really love something. So, yeah, there are things about Christmas that we love and will love forever, will cherish, and some things we can say bye-bye, okay? Let's take a listen to the conversation one more time.
Gareth, how do you feel about the way Christmas has kind of evolved over the years?
Well, it's changed. It's become more commercial. I think in most countries, and people are thinking about toys and Santa and decorations. But then, in some ways, it's understandable. What do you think?
I think that yes, but I think that the West is especially guilty there. I've noticed a real maturity here towards honoring the original religious nature of Christmas.
Sure.
But if you ask a North or a Western kid what's on their mind with Christmas, it's going to be, was I naughty or nice?
Yeah, I think it's in some ways for kids, it's the same in Ireland. They think about Santa, but I've noticed a change. We had a recession and people lost stuff, and now there's more appreciation of giving and, you know, family time and food. And I just think of the Christmas tree, the smell of the tree, and sitting around together, and it's special.
Trees. I've noticed in Korea that there's no big Christmas tree tradition, and I miss that. That was a big thing for me, decorating the Christmas tree.
Absolutely. Do you remember the smell?
Yes.
Putting on Christmas music.
Cutting down your own Christmas tree. That was a holiday in and of itself.
Or when it goes dark and you put the lights on, you just look at the tree. That's magical.
Actually.
Special, spiritual.
I'm getting nostalgic now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it going to be an angel or a star on top of the tree?
Yeah,
I don't.
Tinsel.
Exactly. I heard that. I don't know why. I guess it's environmentally not recommended, but I loved that.
Oh, same here.
Well, I guess there's things that we cherish and there's things that we move away from, right?
It's time for actual expressions, a chance for us to learn how to pronounce words properly, really remember and know how to use these words, and of course idioms as well as phrases and expressions. So it's time for us to learn once again and to kind of refresh our memory. We had evolve in today's actual talk conversation. Evolve means what? It means to change gradually, to develop gradually. So these are a few synonyms you can use. Progress. Expand is another one as well, okay? What about commercial? Here we go. Commercial. Commercial. We're not talking about television commercial, no ads, but we're talking about something that is used in the adjective form. Money-making. Materialistic. Something that is for profit, okay? What about naughty? Okay, kids can be naughty, which means they can be bad. They can misbehave, so be misbehaved or mischievous. Okay, bad, naughty. Nostalgic, here we go. Nostalgic, nostalgic, nostalgic means longing or even yearning for something. And tinsel, here we go. Stress goes on the first syllable. It's tinsel, tinsel. We're talking about things that are used for Christmas decorations, okay? So they're ornaments. Remember, we call them Christmas ornaments. So a synonym would be ornament. And finally, cherish. You could cherish a thing or a person, which means to really care for, okay? Really love. So some synonyms are safeguard, treasure, in the verb form, okay, not in the noun, but to treasure something means to really care for something, appreciate, or even love. These are all synonyms for cherish. Now let's move on to some patterns for today. The West, or the Western world, I explained to you. So often when we talk about countries like, I don't know, the UK, we talk a lot about Canada and, America, for instance. We would refer to them as the West or the Western world. Whereas when we talk about the East, we're talking about parts of the world that are dominated by the influence of Chinese or even Mongolian philosophers. So here we go. How is it different in the West? This is a question you can ask any foreigner, any expat, when you want to know the difference. How is it different in your country? That's fine, but try saying, how is it different in the West? How is it different in the West? Okay, try that. What about family time? This is easy. Family time is time spent with family, valuable time, precious time spent with family members. So, family time is considered very important in my family. One more time, family time is considered very important in my family. All right, and then moving on to our final one, to go dark. Go dark means to turn dark. The lights are off. There are no lights on. In the evening, it gets dark or goes dark. It has already begun to go dark a lot early these days. I guess winter is really here. So when winter comes, it goes dark at about 6 or 7 p.m. I think, or it starts to go dark at around 5:30. So this is what you can say in winter. It has already begun to go dark early these days. I guess winter is really here. Okay, so please do practice these patterns and vocab words more on your own. Job well done.
Christmas time is a huge holiday period in the UK, and certainly in Korea too, to a certain extent. In the UK, it's more of a family ordeal, and the holiday is extended, and it's not just 1 or 2 days, it's actually often about a week that people take off work. Whereas in Korea, it tends to be just that single day, and more of a party time with their friends and girlfriend, boyfriends, rather than with their family and parents. Especially in the UK, we are dedicated around lots of eating, lots of food, and perhaps a bit of drinking. It's a bit different in Korea because I noted lots of shops and lots of entertainment things open on that day, whereas in the UK, it's often closed because people are just at home. But anyhow, both countries seem to celebrate it, and perhaps it's become more commercial, but at the end of the day, everyone's having fun.
In today's actual story, we had a chance to listen to how Christmas is celebrated in the Western world. Now, why am I saying in the Western world? Because Eugene B is from the UK. Okay, so what did he mention? He mentioned that it's quite different, okay, how it's celebrated in the UK and Korea. So let's check out what he's mentioned. In the UK, it's more of a family ordeal. Ordeal is like an event, an incident, an occurrence happening, okay? So you can even say it's more a family thing. Family ordeal, family thing. And the holiday is extended. It's lengthened, meaning it's made longer. It's not just 1 or 2 days, but it's extended. It's lengthened. In Korea, it tends to be just that single day. Okay, meaning in Korea, Christmas is just that Christmas day, the 25th, and that's it. But in the UK, it's maybe Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the following days. It's extended. It's an extended holiday. It's more of a party time with their friends and girlfriends, so friends, girlfriends, or boyfriends, rather than their family and parents. We're talking about Korea, okay? How Christmas is usually spent in Korea. It's more about spending time with friends, girlfriends and boyfriends, and not really with family and parents, okay? And then he says, but anyhow, meaning anyway, it's not a big deal. Both countries, the UK and Korea, seem to celebrate it. So it's all about the importance of celebrating it and having a good time, I guess. Okay, I hope that you are ready to celebrate Christmas, everyone. Anyhow, let's take a listen to it one more time.
Christmas time is a huge holiday period in the UK, and certainly in Korea too, to a certain extent. In the UK, it's more of a family ordeal, and the holiday is extended, and it's not just 1 or 2 days, it's actually often about a week that people take off work. Whereas in Korea, it tends to be just that single day, and more of a party time with their friends and girlfriend, boyfriends, rather than with their family and parents. Especially in the UK, we are dedicated around lots of eating, lots of food, and perhaps a bit of drinking. It's a bit different in Korea because I noted lots of shops and lots of entertainment things open on that day, whereas in the UK, it's often closed because people are just at home. But anyhow, both countries seem to celebrate it, and perhaps it's become more commercial, but at the end of the day, everyone's having fun.
Come to think of it, Eugene B is mentioned, and I think it was even mentioned in today's actual talk, but I think Christmas in Korea, although it's more of a celebration that's, celebrated or, I guess, appreciated among friends and boyfriends and girlfriends more than family, as Eugene B stated or mentioned, I think it really depends on how old you are. If you have a family of your own, if you have little children, then it's going to be family-oriented. It's going to be a family holiday. But if your kids grow up and they become 20-something or they're in their teens, they will want to go out and celebrate and party with their friends. So I think it really depends on how old you are and whether you have a family of your own or not. Okay, so just wanted to mention that. Anyhow, the whole point is to celebrate it, enjoy it, have a wonderful time with your loved ones, whether it's family or friends, right? Okay, so I hope that you had a good time today and just learned a lot from our lesson as well. Next time, let's talk about Christmas season 4 and talk about Santa is coming. Whether you believe in Santa or not, that is our topic. In the meantime, come to our homepage, everyone. Come on over to www.ebse.co.kr. Look for Actual English with Jennifer. And if you have any stories about Christmas that you want to share with me, feel more than welcome to post them up on our message board. And while you're there, check out our scripts uploaded on our message board as well. Well, finally, Christmas is here, everyone. Hope that Santa Claus will come to your home and give you lots of gifts. And if you've been a good boy, you will get lots. If you've been a naughty girl or boy, maybe not. Okay, anyhow, that's a wrap for today's lesson. Enjoy, and I'll catch you again next time. Until then, take care and bye for now. Merry Christmas, everyone.